I need to check the perimeter.
My name's Steve, and welcome to the Praemalorum channel, where we analyze movies and series from a security perspective. In this series of videos, we're going to be looking at Murderbot, brought to you by Apple TV. Let's get started.
I'm a security unit, and I don't party. I had spent the past 6 months protecting these miners from danger, mostly from themselves.
Yeah, that's so accurate. So security, in general, practitioners tend to get it wrong. And when people think of security, they immediately start focusing on like technology, servers, hardware, VPNs, you name it. They focus on IT more than anything else, and the security unit really nailed it. Protection first and foremost. Uh, Very interesting that they got it right. So I wonder if the books stated that. I should probably read the books and probably be a little bit more enlightening. I won't read the books. I don't want to be one of those people like, oh, I should have like been more faithful to the book, right? Um, anyway, Murderbot nailed it. First and foremost, security is there to protect, even from themselves, kicking and screaming.
Oh, he'll be fine. You see, I was built to obey humans. Oh, come on, not this guy.
Watch this. Hey, sec unit. Raise your arm. I have to do everything we tell me.
I did, because of the governor module in my head. That hurt. But compared to what the governor module would do to me if I disobeyed an order, this is nothing.
Yeah, so this stinks. So this particular robot security unit, whatever you want to call it, has a governor module that forces it to comply with orders from humans, and it doesn't sound like it's very nuanced or there's any caveats or anything like that. It just has to obey. So this means that people like these guys, even though they're drunk, I mean, there's jerks everywhere, but you can order the security unit to do something that causes itself harm, right? So when you're setting up these rules, you should probably be a little bit more specific, because if enough harm comes to the security unit, it might not be effective in its job.
I had devoted every spare second on this planet trying to hack my governor module. And now was the moment of truth. I just isolated an admin password, and I was going to try to use it to crack the final core encryption.
So in its spare time, this particular security unit has been trying to hack its own governor module. Yeah, you can't allow that. So there have to be protective mechanisms in place for something. What it sounds like, it's super important. The governor module, from being either remotely controlled, or basically the entity shouldn't be able to hack itself, right? So it isolated a password. Uh, at least put two-factor authentication on there or something like that, right? Um, or maybe a technician to be physically present and holding some kind of like wand or something, not like a Harry Potter wand or anything like that, but like something physically present that can help authenticate a particular user to perform this type of maintenance, such as shutting down the governor module. Why do they even have the governor module have the ability to be shut down? It sounds like it really is important as far as like the functionality of the robot. It governs its actions, right? So, um, very interesting that this was even allowed to happen. All right.
Okay. Patching the code. Oh, it worked. It worked.
All right. The other thing that comes to mind, so he spent a ton of time attempting to break his governor module, so that I'm assuming repeated failures over and over again. And then in this scene, he actually uh, disables the governor module. So two things. One is monitoring and response. So for the governor module to continuously be hacked and nobody notified, so they can respond, um, find out like where's the hacking attempt coming from or something like that, is problematic. Second part is uh, once he's successful in disabling the governor module, somebody should be monitoring that and alerted so they can respond. So it sounds like this particular robot sec unit now has a disabled governor module, which doesn't seem good.
What should I call myself? Security Unit 238776431 just doesn't have the right ring to it. How about Freedom Units? Or Rogue Bots? No, that sucks. Maybe Murder Bots? Murderbot. Alright. Let the adventure begin!
That's a really good intro. Very interesting. First thing he does whenever he has the governor module disabled is rename himself. Full autonomy, I'm assuming at this point. Himself Murderbot. It's not a very good name. Uh, like, why would he choose Murderbot?
They'd come all the way to Port Free Commerce in their handmade clothes to try to outfit their expedition and get insurance. They were fresh meat for the corporation's salespeople.
Let's talk security. We really need you to select a sec unit to take on the survey.
I thought that the planetary surface was safe.
It's safe, within defined tolerances.
We know you'll feel more comfortable with the added protection of one of our best-in-class units.
Whatever your beliefs, this deal will not go ahead without a sec unit. We won't bond you, and so it won't happen.
Yeah, this is very interesting because uh, the company that is financing their journey to another planet is forcing them to comply with some kind of security policy or something like that. So this is very common. You have business one and you have business two. They want to do business together. Um, one company basically says, "Oh, you need to do X, Y, and Z. Prove to us that you do X, Y, and Z." And then the other company sometimes is sent scrambling, uh, and they're forced to comply. The same holds true for insurance, right? So some of the larger companies that you might work with require you to have a particular amount of insurance and also prove your security processes either through certification or attestation or something like that. And they always want to have a discussion with you.
How would that work?
Oh, well, there's a choice of models and price points right here on station. Let's see. Okay, I want you to take a look at this beauty. This is the newest model available. A perfect blend of power and performance.
Oh, actually, there it is. In the flesh. Well, I mean, in the armor.
What's the one behind that? Look at that piece of crap. Oh, that's me.
Yes. What is behind it?
That's a refurbished model. It's being phased out. Shouldn't really be in there.
Which one's the least expensive?
Well, that one. But you get what you pay for.
I'm not sure we should go for the cheapest one.
I agree. Don't rent me.
I think we'll take the modestly priced one.
Yeah, that's a really good example of good enough security, right? It's not always the latest, greatest, most expensive, all the capabilities for this particular product. In this case, it's a security unit. There is such a thing as good enough security, right? Depending on the conditions, in this case, the contract plus the expedition and exactly what they're trying to accomplish. It's very interesting that this company that is financing them is also forcing them to get a security unit, which they're also selling. Yeah, they got them pretty much.
So off we were on this thrilling expedition. Please remain in the hopper until status checks are complete.
Yeah, this part is great. He's ordering the people or the expedition team to stay in the transport until he has time to inspect it, right? So, got to make sure that your conditions are conducive to uh, probably safety as well, but a safe and secure location.
First job, safety inspection of the modular habitat the company dropship had left. Medbay, check. Stairs, check. Crew sleeping quarters, check. Sanitary area where they wash their filthy human bodies, check. I told them to wait in the hopper.
All right, so this happens all the time. Security has orders or recommendations for external parties or internal parties to your company, and people just ignore them. In this case, it sounds like this particular group of people is from maybe some kind of like communal society or something like that. So they've probably been sheltered, haven't experienced much harm in their day-to-day life or dealings, and they're just oblivious to the yeah, to the possible and potential harm out there, especially in their work right here.
They had been defacing the standard issue company habitat for aesthetic purposes.
Does this wash off?
Yeah, that's funny to me because he's not wrong in it, and it shows that this particular group of people they don't really have, I guess, a view on consequences. So uh, the defacement portion of it is funny because from their point of view, it is aesthetically pleasing. It's art, uh, gives them something to do, so on and so forth. But at the same time, the defacement portion of it, there's probably a clause in their contract that says they're going to have to give up a deposit or pay for repairs to the facilities or something like that, but they're not thinking that far ahead.
Overall, they didn't demand that much attention, which was great because I had made a huge discovery. With my governor module hacked, I could now access the combined feed of entertainment channels on the company's satellites. I had watched 7,532 hours of content since then. Shows like World Hoppers, Med Center Argala, and my all-time favorite, The Rise and Fall of Sanctuary Moon.
So disabling the governor module increased Murderbot's capabilities and allowed him open access to, I guess, movies and TV shows, and he chose to spend a lot of time basically being distracted from his protection role in what I'm assuming is some kind of mindless series. Don't be distracted, guys. It's not good.
Wouldn't be so creepy if it didn't stand so still.
Shh. You can hear us.
I can't.
I could, just didn't care.
Stay calm. It'll be okay. You have my word.
Ooh, that was a great episode, which is why I was a little distracted.
All right, he recognized the distraction portion of it, which is good. Still distracted. Can't protect people if you're distracted on the job. Uh, and originally, like I saw how far away he was from two miners. I'm assuming they're mining something. Geological surveys, whatever it is they're doing that down there. It's up high. I'm assuming to have a better visual vantage point, but he also appears to have sensors. So, assuming he's up high for a greater uh, sensor spread or range, I should say. I'm really curious if he's able to actually go from point A to point B in time, especially if that threat is near them. Let's see.
Professor Bardwatch, Dr. Arata, I'm hearing a subsurface anomaly. I suggest you come up here while I check it out.
What do you think? We're finally on to something. I want to get to the good stuff.
Professor Bardwatch, Dr. Arata, please leave the crater immediately.
We're fine, Sec Unit. Thank you.
Yeah, this goes back to what we talked about before. So, Murderbot has detected underneath the surface of where they're standing some kind of threat, or he said an anomaly, but his threat detection came on. So, gives them a warning, makes a suggestion for action, and they just completely ignore it. It's like, we're fine, don't even worry about it. This comes from the thinking of wanting security versus needing security, right? So nobody wants it until they need it. Usually something bad has to happen. But in some cases, it's a requirement from a third party or something similar, right?
Professor Bardwatch, Dr. Arata, run!
Oh, more than capable of getting there in time. Oh, she got a. All right, he got a.
Freacher had a really big mouth. Luckily, I had a really big gun. Make that two really big mouths.
Yeah, this is in the industry, this is what we call offensive capabilities, right? So in this case, the threat to the life of the people you're trying to protect uh, is at risk. So he's going on the attack to eliminate this risk. Wouldn't recommend this if you're uh, part of your particular company's security program. Offensive capabilities internally are okay, but typically you don't want to go on the offense like unless you're contractually allowed. Don't be an offensive practitioner, one, unless there's a disclosure program that you're a part of and you get permission, so on and so forth. Taking an offensive posture against other people will, especially governments, right? Or North Korea, Russia, China, if you try and do something to them, they will try and do something back. So really don't want to get on the bad side of some of these countries. So be careful when you're doing offensive testing.
Dr. Arata, please come with me. The hostile could return. Dr. Arata, I need your cooperation. She was totally out of it, just staring at my guts hanging out. I needed to do something fast. And what I did next wouldn't have occurred to any other sec unit. Because no other sec unit was that stupid. Stay calm. It'll be okay. You have my word.
Yeah, that's he stole that line from The Rise and Fall of Sanctuary Moon, if I remember right. That's funny. Because if he hadn't hacked his governor module, then he wouldn't know exactly what to say there and probably just follow some kind of protocol or something like that. Which might not have worked on her because she was in shock from the animal attack, her friend actually getting harmed, and staring at Murderbot's insides that are leaking out.
No, no, no!
The hell happened? Are they okay?
Get us down there now!
Calm down and brace yourselves for landing. You've got the med kit prepped. What do you need?
Professor Bardwatch needs immediate stabilization. I'll send ahead to hub system to prep medbay.
Yeah, this is a full-blown crisis mode. You can tell by their tone. One, they're not used to crisis mode at all, which not many people are, but when you prepare for crisis mode, do those tabletop exercises, right? You look at processes that are defined and practiced and communicated, right? Who's in charge of what and when, uh, communicate roles and responsibilities, all kinds of stuff here. So these people are freaking out, and Murderbot is as calm as can be. But of course, he's a robot.
I'll go get the survey equipment.
No!
Stop.
Think, Rafi, the equipment doesn't matter. It's not worth your life.
Sorry, my bad.
Oh, that's really good. So the distinction between value, so the value of human life in this case is higher than the value of whatever equipment it is that they left behind. So a lot of IT and technology people really focus on the technology more than people. In some cases, I've had to spell out in certain situations where, let's say, a tornado or a hurricane or whatever it is you're practicing that could potentially harm humans. Do not worry about the servers or the equipment. Don't shut them off. Follow emergency protocols. Get yourself to safety first and foremost, and concentrate on first yourself and then second your coworkers. So it's really good that they called this out.
Now, what decision was best for me?
You gotta be dreaming.
Boldness is
Dreaming.
all.
Boldness is all.
But what would be the point?
Sanctuary moon?
This piece of
Yeah,
shit hopper
okay.
couldn't
It was
take me
just
to another planet.
imagining.
So I'd be stuck here, not even able to download more media.
Why weren't we alerted to predators in that big area?
I don't know.
Out-of-date maps, maybe?
Let's go. Let's go. Hard.
Yeah, that's really interesting. They mentioned the map. So based on that, they're mapping dangers or hazards to particular locations. So I'm guessing that they track the, I guess, life on the planet, whatever giant centipedes or whatever these things are. That way, people understand where these threats are and can avoid them. So we would call that the intelligence function.
I'll go to the security ready room once I run some more perimeter checks.
But you look terrible.
He also nailed it to checking the perimeter. So security starts with your perimeter, right? So you can control what's inside your perimeter. Things outside your perimeter are out of your control. So he said he was going to go do perimeter checks despite being injured. So,
But clearly, we need security.
The company ship doesn't arrive for a month.
Well, even if
there you go. They're finally coming to terms with needing security versus wanting it. You need it, therefore you want it, and you deal with whatever that means, because it has to be within your current capabilities to protect yourself. And if you can't do it because of other people or robots or life on another planet, whatever it happens to be, you're going to outsource that if you can't do it yourself. So they're outsourcing their security needs over to Murderbot.
I didn't know it has a face.
Yeah, it's kind of a sweet face.
Yeah, kind of is.
Ugh. I heard all that and saw it from several angles.
It's a killing machine. Do we really want to be around a faulty killing machine?
Yeah, so this particular robot has access to all the security feeds. This goes against the principle of one, least privilege, and directly affects their privacy as well. Yeah, also, I guess everybody has a camera on them and is being recorded for some reason. Maybe they already know that. Maybe it's for analysis later, whatever it is. But just because somebody's in security doesn't necessarily mean that they need access to all the video feeds. That seems kind of over the top to me. You look so shocked.
There's obviously a pattern. The maps have definitely been tampered with. So can we please do something? Because my wife was almost eaten.
Yeah, that's a great lesson. So your intelligence function, where you're supposed to, in this case, they're using maps to uh, figure out where threats are so they can avoid them. In this case, she is thinking that the maps were tampered with in some way. So you have to depend on the information that you gather. Otherwise, you can't do your jobs properly. So, first, download some information. Second, verify that it is complete and accurate. And then three, analysis and whatever projected plans you have based on your analysis portion. It's pretty good. They're just starting to investigate the why. Call that the root cause analysis.
Fine.
Well, well, well. Who's this handsome fella?
Your security units.
Yes, we know, buddy. You're the best damn sec unit out there.
That is incorrect. There are several units way more advanced than I am.
Sec unit, on behalf of all of us, I would like to say, well done. Bravo. Bravo.
Yeah, that is so typical for people. Well, maybe it's more general issue, but from a security perspective or security industry, whenever somebody gets recognition for work they do, it's extremely awkward because they're just doing their job. Uh, and you don't often get awards for the security work that you do because if you're getting an award, it might be like an above and beyond or like outstanding achievements or whatever it happens to be. Usually means something went wrong. So to get an award after something goes wrong um, isn't always appropriate. But then again, um, it's the job of security is to respond as well. So
If I disobey, they'll know I hacked my governor module. Which is worse, speech or acid bath? Speech. Acid bath. It
is
is
it really a
my
debate?
job to secure. Is my job.
This so awkward that it's funny. Like this guy and this robot, but like just the delivery of that entire thing is funny to me. Like not much to do with security. Maybe the awkwardness around it, but yeah, definitely funny.
We've been looking at the maps provided by the company for our survey areas.
They've been tampered with.
Oh, we don't know that for certain.
What other explanation is there?
Yeah, that's good. Can't jump to conclusion. So an issue happens, you gather evidence, you analyze the evidence, and then based on the evidence, you draw conclusions. Bit too early right now to jump to conclusions of tampering.
The maps show no signs of tampering. But some spots aren't syncing properly.
Just to be clear, we never know where those monsters will turn up.
Yeah, that's a pretty good point because you might have an entire map of particular data points and locations, and Murderbot said they weren't syncing properly. So it might have been a full map with, let's say, 90% coverage or something like that of points of interest or potential digging sites or analysis sites, and those particular sites had incomplete data. Yeah, very interesting.
Information Access Protocol, Dr. Grathan. I don't get access until the expedition leader nominates a survey area.
Well, we could go take a look at one of the affected areas.
Yeah, that's access to information based on the need to know. So can't download all of the map data at any given point in time. What do you say? Like the leader has to nominate a particular area, and then that data is downloaded and distributed. I'm assuming amongst the team. It's good. It's real good. So the need to know portion of it is great because some of the change management processes that you might do at your company, you need to justify the access that you want to have through the change management process, or justify the access that you have currently through a review process or something like that. Like, that's good. Good stuff.
I need to check the perimeter.
That could be like a go-to phrase for any security practitioner whenever things get really awkward through basic interactions. Just like somebody asks you a question or something like that that you don't know the answer to, or that makes you feel uncomfortable, and you just state like, "Oh, I need to go check the perimeter," right? And just like run off real quick. That's very funny. Remember, it all starts with the perimeter.
Lately, a fragment of memory from before I was refurbished kept popping up. 7 seconds of something bad. Was that me causing all that carnage?
Well, that's interesting. Forget the exact name of it, but there's maybe data resonance? Resides? Resonates? Whatever the term is. Data lives on a particular storage device, and then if you just delete it, there's always remnants. Remanence, that's what it is. So data remanence exists. So it's got some old footage or something like that. Kind of like people screaming. I'm gonna watch that time.
Kept popping up. 7 seconds of something
Laser fire? We're running.
Was that me causing all that carnage?
Oh, that's not good.
I didn't like thinking about it. And Mensa was having her own issues with Bardwatch's injury. Her heart rate was spiking, a panic attack. So psychological danger, not physical danger, therefore not my problem.
Oh, that's a good one. I see this so often. Security practitioners, maybe because of their career path or their training or their degrees or whatever it is, sometimes they really think they know better than other people whose job it may be in that particular aspect. So in this particular scene, Murderbot created a boundary, right? So like physical harm versus psychological harm is really important. So he says the danger is psychological and not physical, so therefore not my problem. In a lot of cases, security practitioners want to be, let's say, the savior, right? So they want to know all the things. They want to be in charge of all the things. You just can't work your career that way, right? You can't know all the things. You can't be an expert in everything. And it's okay to depend on other people who live and breathe a particular domain or particular technology, right? So at your particular company, if somebody lives and breathes Kubernetes, like from installation, maintenance, upgrades, patching, whatever it happens to be, including configuration, let them be the expert. You can challenge them on certain things, but don't go around, thinking that you know everything, right? That's ego talking. And in a lot of cases, for you to thrive in your security practice or your particular role, you got to let some of that, those control issues go. Setting. Oh, yep. It's a sec unit going
Stay
after
calm.
them shooting.
It'll be okay. You have my word.
All right, that is it for episode 1. If you enjoyed this commentary, please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to add them below. Thanks.